Morning guys, how y'all doing? Yeah, I know it's a bad time to be making a video. My neighbor's down there using a power motor or some sort of engine for something. Anyway, I just want to tell you what's going on. I got a day off. Come out here to play with the machine so I can find out what's going on and get that carburetor adjusted and things like that. And the starter motor won't work. So I pulled it out and I tested it, and it turned and screeched. So I took it completely out of the machine and hooked it up to a boost box, and it's turned and screeched. So I've disassembled it and checking the brushes and stuff like that. I'm going to show you what I got going on. Alright, it came apart real easy. I put it in a vise, holding it right here by the flat, and pulled these two screws loose and then pulled them out. And then the cover just came off. And your brushes spring out like that. Well, I checked them and it looked like brake dust, but it's actually brush dust all inside here, and they were coated. And you can see they're curved, but that's natural. That's just the way they wear in. And one of them was back up inside this little holder here, and it was stuck. It's supposed to spring like that. Well, it wasn't springing. So I pried around on it and got it free, got it out of there. Sprayed it with carburetor cleaner, blew it out with compressed air, got all that dust and junk out of there. And then the armature just slides out of the case. And this was all black with that dust, the black dust. And I took a piece of emery cloth. First I cleaned it with carburetor cleaner and a rag. Then I just went around it real lightly. You don't want to get aggressive, but just kind of refreshed it. You know, you can still see some black on there, but mostly you see the brass. And that way we know we're going to get good contact. So I'm going to put a little grease in the little pocket on the cover down where this goes. Put a little thin coat of grease on all these washers, which go on the shaft. There's 3 of them, 2 real thin ones and a little bit thicker one. And then put it back together and see what happens. So we'll see after I do all that. Okay, maybe you can see what I've done there. I've taken a piece of coat hanger and bent them so that they'll hold those brushes back in their holders while I try to slip the armature in there. And then once I get it in to where the brushes are up on the brass part, I should be able to pull these out and those will spring out where they need to be. So that's what we're going to try to do. Alright, well, let's see if it works. You see, I'm sorry if you didn't see that. I had to wrestle with it a little bit. Anyway, now you just got to put screws back in it and put it back on the machine. Well, we're going to put the screws in it and then we're going to test it. Okay, I'll do that and then we'll have a look, see if that did any good. Alright guys, I guess my neighbor's having a good mood. Let me tell you, be sure to put yourself a mark, a magic marker mark or a scratch mark or something, right? So you can line the 2 cases back up when you put it back together. That'll help you a lot. Getting those screws lined up are tricky. Anyway, I got it hooked up to my battery charger that has a boost function on it. So I can hit the boost and give it 12 volts. And here we go. Boy, it sounds good to me. Sound good to you? Alright, I'm happy with that. Even before I took it apart, it would turn, but nothing like that. It was like blah, blah, blah. Alright, so there you go. I'm going to, I think I'm going to tape off the electrical ends and the O-ring and the splines and shoot it with some paint. Just freshen it up a little. And then I'm going to put it back on the machine and we'll see if we can get that rascal started up here in a little while. Alright. Things are looking good. Alright, fellas. I had to rebuild that starter. Now I think I need to go back to the carburetor again. I think I might have stuck a little piece of dirt or something in there. It's acting kind of crappy. But, and you can see I've been wet sanding all the fenders, and I had to buy a new headlight bezel. It came red. The other stuff was black, I guess, and somebody tried to paint it red and it faded pink. I found a sticker on there from where they'd had it registered back in 1999. That was probably the last year it ran. That'd be my guess. Anyway, I'm going to take a break here and go get something cool to drink, come back and I guess take that carburetor apart and clean out the jets again. I did ride it for a little bit. And it was swell. First time I ever rode it, you know, I didn't know what to expect. But the clutch worked, the brakes worked, the reverse worked, went through all the gears. Yeah. I don't know what I was expecting, but it's not at all what I thought. I don't know what I thought it was going to be. But anyway, it's working, so yay. I just got to get that carburetor set up to where it'll idle better and get these things painted. We'll be in good shape. So, more later.